So I'm having the Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, which Brad recommended. That's why I'm drinking it today.
Alright, and where have you been working lately?
So where I've been working, it's in Australia. I've been in Sydney. First I started at Bicaz, moved over to Felix Bar and Bistro, and after that I went to Key Restaurant. Got my ass kicked there, so I came over to Perth, and now I've been just around various places here in Perth.
How did you get your ass kicked at Key?
Oh man, I mean, it started from day one. You know, you gotta get up there. You just gotta step up and do it. And I mean, either you do it or you don't. And yeah, I guess I did it. They just yell at you, come on, you know, push it, get going. And even though you're good, they still want you to push on even more. So yeah, I guess that's why they kick my ass.
So can you tell us a little bit about your background and how you got involved in cooking and what led you to pursue it as a career?
Yeah, how I got involved with cooking and my background. I was 19 and I wanted to do. I've always had a passion for cooking. I've always, with my grandmother in Syria, always cooked with her, sat next to her, heard her stories about food. Every story is about food when she talks to me. I guess it came from there, and just one day I just realized I want to do cooking. So I just entered this unemployment agency, and they said that, hey, we got a 50-week fast course for you. You want to do this? We'll teach you the fundamentals of cooking. And yeah, that's how it started. I was lucky. The mentor there thought that I was something, so he sent me to all these good restaurants in Sweden and Stockholm, and it's just been taking off since.
And what's made you so driven to be the best? Because you're not just pursuing cooking as a pastime. I mean, you're traveling around, going to the best restaurants in the world. So what's made you pursue cooking, you know, to this level?
Pursuit of cooking, or why it pursues me. I guess that must be the thing that is my personality. I wanna obtain something. I wanna accomplish something, and maybe easy for my mind says that if you wanna cook something, why not learn from the best? That's gotta be the best way, maybe. But if you learn from the best, you know that the things that you're cooking is in a way in the right way, and then you create your own cooking out of that. But to have someone to teach you that this is actually the best way, and it's just, for me, it's just, okay, I don't have to go any other way, so I know it's good. I don't know, maybe it's just a passion I have. I just want to try my limits and just do my best and see if I can do it or not.
And is your passion for just doing your best in general, is that just something you bring to everything, or is it particularly in cooking, or is this something you bring to every aspect of your life?
Passion, and if I always do it to the best, yeah, I think I try to do everything to my best. I always try to do my laundry, I try to do it to my best. Cleaning, I try to do it to my best, even though stuff I hate, if I know I hate it, then I know that I'm not doing it right. And if I'm not doing it right, I just tell myself to do it the best way there is. I think it's just me, you know, why do something really bad, or why not care when you can care, when you can get your mind into something. Of course, I cannot be the best in everything, and I cannot always do stuff the best, but if you try, you might hit somewhere in between the stars and the ground, you know?
Yeah. And all right. So when you're eating out, what do you look for in a restaurant when you're eating out for yourself?
Oh, tough question. Because when I go out to eat, I just try to look into the restaurant and just see how's the atmosphere. What does it look like? Are the seats comfy? How's the chairs? How's the tables? You know, is it too posh? Because I might have been working in restaurants that are very posh and everything is so immaculate and perfect. But sometimes I can just feel it's too much of a hospital, you know, all too white, too clear, too perfect. So that's my first intuition. That is it just a nice place to sit down? Is the atmosphere all right? Second thing, how was the people there? Are they meeting you at the door, or if they don't, which is not a must, are they friendly? Are they taking care of you? Are they looking at you? Are they just giving you a smile? It's just about the atmosphere. And I often just look at the menu, and I don't care whatever the menu says, but if it captures me, I go in and I just want to try the food there. So if the place is friendly and the staff is nice, and the seats are alright, I guess, I sit down and have a meal, and after that I decide, do I go back there again? And if I go back again, I think I rate it higher then.
Alright, and what do you think is the best path to follow to become a chef when you're getting started?
How to, or which path to use to become a great chef? I don't really think that there's a path. I think if you like cooking, if you have a passion for cooking, if you care about food, I guess you can just devote your time to go into a restaurant or a cafeteria or a bakery or whatever, and just tell them that you want to try it out. You have a sense of something for this, and you want to try it. And if you feel that you like it even more, then it's just up to you to just keep pushing yourself harder and just pursue that thing that makes you happy. The easiest thing, just go in a kitchen, just go into a restaurant, whatever, just tell them you want to do this, you have a passion for it, you want to try. And if you like it, of course you should ask for money so they can pay you for it.
And if you had one secret to cooking really good food, what would it be?
Happiness. You gotta be happy. Worst days in the kitchen when I've had them is when I'm not happy at all. If you're happy, you cook your ass off. If you're happy, you have no problem. If you're happy, it doesn't matter how many orders or whatever the chef is saying or the recipes. Or food comes, in my opinion, from the heart, from happiness. That would be my secret. To be happy, yeah.
Alright, and for young chefs and apprentices, when they get started out, what kind of problems do they experience, and what's your advice to them?
Problems that young chefs do is, and what I often see is you might have your station you're running and you don't have enough mise en place and you're starting to run out. And the problem I always find is the young chef always coming up to me telling me after the order is taken that he doesn't have no more. And it doesn't matter if you run out. Well, if you tell your chef or if you announce that you only have 2 portions left or 4 portions left, then it's alright. But to come and announce to the chef or to whoever is running the restaurant, telling him you don't have any more when the order is already taken, that's when you get into shit. So don't be afraid, open your mouth, just open your mouth, tell them I don't have any more. Even better, tell them you got 2 portions left, but you gotta do it before the order is taken. That's a common mistake I always find with younger chefs or younger people in the kitchen, that they're afraid to tell the chef that they're running out because you don't want to run out, but it's even worse to tell them after the order is taken. So open your mouth. Yeah.
And looking at Australia in particular, with your experience in Australia, what are the biggest issues facing the industry in terms of in the kitchen?
Biggest problems facing the industry. I have to say that the kitchens that I've been working with in Australia have a lot of women in them. But in Europe, I would say there's a whole different side of it. There's not enough women, in my opinion, in the kitchen. Women bring a lot of ideas. They have every person has their own way of thinking, but woman is not a man. Woman has another way of seeing stuff, of thinking, of tasting, and I think we need more women in the kitchen. I think there's too many men, too many older people, too many guys. So, but you're lucky. In Australia, I think I've met a lot of women in the kitchens. But in Europe and in Sweden in particular, no women at all. Very, very rarely. So more women.
And which chef has had the most influence on your cooking?
Yeah, which chef has had the most influence in my cooking? Well, there would be 2, if it's alright to say 2, because when I started, I had my mentor who helped me with this unemployment agency, and he really set the foundations for me. He taught me all the simple sauces, the bechamels, the espagnols, all the French basic cooking. And after that, he let me out in the world, and I tried that for a while, and I did my best till I found the other mentor and my professor, who is Mattias Dahlgren of the Grand Hotel in Stockholm, Sweden. He took me to another level. He showed me, he taught me how to cook on a higher level, on a Michelin star level, and not was he a hard chef or a tough chef or bossy. Of course, he wanted it his way, and if it wasn't his way, you were wrong. You had to do it again. But he was very down to earth and very open-minded. So everything that you did, you got a good explanation of what was good, what was bad, and he always wanted you to step up even more. Even though you created a fantastic dessert, there was always one piece that could always go better. You could always get more out of the flavors. You could always combine it in a better way. You could always find a better texture. There was always just a little tweak, which would be him. And I appreciate it for all the time that he took just to stand next to me in the kitchen there.
And which cookbooks have you been reading lately, and what do you recommend?
Of course, I would have to recommend Peter Gilmore's Restaurant Keys cookbook. Beautiful, nice, very nice photos. Recipes maybe not so easy for a home style cooking, but you can always get inspired. You can always see the pictures and get your own ideas and cut out the different parts, difficult parts in it, and just get inspired. Other cookbooks is Marco Pierre White's White Heat. You can't get it in Australia, but I could in Sweden, so try to get it. It's that's a book of revolution. More books. There is one called Frozen Desserts, just released a couple of months ago. I just bought it a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, it's just fantastic. Desserts is a good thing.
And anything else you'd like to add?
I would like to thank Australia and for this opportunity to take me in and let me actually roam around here for a year and work in your kitchens, and just for all the friendly people that I've met in my soon 1 year in Australia. So thank you very much. I love your cooking, I love your produce. Just take care of it, and good luck in all of your endeavors.